Hey there, Chelsea fans. Welcome to the London is Blue YouTube channel. This is a clip from our Newcastle match review. The full podcast, about an hour long, is on any podcast player you want. Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, anywhere you get it. Go check us out. We'd love it if you subscribe to us there. But we did want to share a clip of this match. So if you like it, please like the video. If you want, we subscribe. We do videos almost daily. And maybe throw a comment if you agree or disagree with what we had to say about this one. But hey, Chelsea are on the up and up. All right. We got Ren on Tuesday. We're going to be back. We post content all the time. Check us out on social, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and subscribe to the podcast. All right, Chelsea fans, hope you enjoy it. All right. Hey, let's kick it off with Captain Kanté back at his best at Statman Dave, giving us a little rundown of some numbers to summarize N'Golo Kanté's day out versus Newcastle United. 6 tackles attempted, ranked first. 4 tackles won, ranked first. 3 interceptions, ranked first. Doing what he does best, fist emoji, France flag emoji. And at ESPN FC, who, let's be honest, their tweet game is probably much better than their pundit game. N'Golo Kanté is out here making no-look tackles, and they have a photo of excuse me, N'Golo Kanté having his shirt pulled above his head as he pulls the ball from between the Newcastle's players' legs. Dude can't stop, cannot quit. Nick, you hate the man. You've never been a big fan of N'Golo Kanté. It's not like you've said he's your favorite player since Michael Essien, if I'm quoting you correctly. Dude had himself a day.
Yeah, this was pretty special. I am glad. What I was glad for yesterday is I was watching the match, and of course it's early, so maybe you're not as tuned in as you would be if it were like an 11:30 match. But I was looking on the time on my Twitter timeline, and I just kept seeing, "Oh my God, Kanté! Wow, Kanté! What an incredible performance by Kanté!" And there was so much other stuff to focus on for the match. I was just like, I've curated my Twitter timeline appropriately. We have a bunch of people who are paying attention to the midfield maestro just doing the business, and I was really happy about that because I don't know since he started playing this like deeper role if we've seen him as dominant as he was in like the Kanté pairing when he could just kind of run around and suffocate, and had someone like Nemanja Matic or Fabregas or someone else to clean up the mess if he got into a tough spot, which of course he rarely does. Because it turns out that he's a really good footballer and our only world-class footballer. So besides all that, he's terrible and shouldn't be playing much. But the point I would make on this is I think the whole connection between him and the backline, Dan, is becoming more comfortable. There's less unknown between those guys than there was 6 months ago. Mendy obviously helps. Chilwell obviously helps. Zuma becoming a consistent 7.5 or 8 a week helps a lot. Rudiger, doing the right things most of the time helps a lot. Like you have a stud in Reece James who's developing, and N'Golo probably doesn't feel the need to be sucked in close to them all the time to prevent something. Instead, he's out wheeling and dealing, and that's what you saw yesterday.
He was a swashbuckler yesterday. That pitch was his, and he was mainly leasing it to Newcastle. He's collecting rent for because he owns it. It was a joy. It was a delight to watch him at that level that we know he is capable of. And we had to suffer through a season last year where N'Golo Kanté was playing just about 50% of the matches that he was available for. And now we're seeing N'Golo Kanté do this on international duty for France. He had a phenomenal game and, had a wonderful N'Golo Kanté goal celebration where he doesn't know what to do when he scores. And comes back and leads our team out as the captain, leads our team through his actions on the pitch. And I think the point that you rightfully called upon, Nick, is actually, I actually think it's the inverse. It's not that N'Golo Kanté doesn't feel that he has to do as much. I think where he's being played positionally has made a couple of other players better, most importantly like Rudiger, where he maybe doesn't have to worry as much, and so he gets the beneficiary of that. And then also the person behind them, in Edouard Mendy, helps the defense feel a little more comfortable. So like building from the back, it really allows Kanté, I think, Brandon, to have the ability to just do what he does and destroy worlds.
Dreams, worlds, aspirations, ambitions, pretty much anything Newcastle wanted to do yesterday. I mean, I think he destroyed their takeover bid as well. I mean, everything Newcastle had going for them.
He just bought them.
Just demolished.
He went into the boardroom and was like, look, guys, I think I'm going to just take it from here. Thanks.
Can you imagine? And that is a hostile takeover from N'Golo Kanté, the nicest man on earth. Look, I've said some things this summer. I've gone on the record saying that they were dumb. All right, with more evidence-based evidence, I have changed my opinions for the better. Obviously,
the old evidence-based evidence.
Yes, it's factual that way. And I think because last season was so bad for him off the pitch with the injuries, you did kind of forget, and this is an issue all of us fans do, just how good he was. You know, Maurizio Sarri kind of ran him into the ground his last season, you know, but there was a payoff, right? You top four, trophy, you know, it wasn't without end results, but it totally wiped out a lot of things that probably Frank wanted to do last season. And so seeing N'Golo Kanté back healthy at his best, and think about that, it took him a year to get here, you know, with all these injuries and things. He's good. And I like the fact that we're able to, you know, kind of keep him in a role that he's most comfortable with. He doesn't need to go forward that much because, you know, he knows that the guys in the midfield with him are happy to go forward. All right. This is like the perfect pairing. N'Golo Kanté saying, yeah, Kovacic, Mount, you guys go do that. I'll just pick up around here. And that's where he's happy. But if he's told he needs to get forward and get into the box, he'll do it, but it's not where he's most comfortable. So again, just seeing him back in his natural habitat, hunting prey in the middle of the park, getting the ball, and then immediately giving it to one of our attacking dynamic players, that's what he wants to do. And he shined. I mean, it's pretty simple, right? Like, you know how to get the best out of N'Golo Kanté.
Yeah, I mean, it's balance. It's also the fact that you have Mason, who's a willing runner, who we'll talk about in a minute. You have yesterday Kovacic, who's a willing runner, who he doesn't need to run the length of the pitch every move, right? And so ideally, in a perfect world, that would save him. Now, the problem that we have is that we still do not have a like-for-like substitution for him because there isn't another him on Earth. So you have to, you know, what I think we all worry about is the recurring injury thing. And, you know, I think Frank has to make some really conscious decisions coming up in the next handful of months when we're going to be playing 2 or 3 matches a week, that he's just going to have to find rest points for N'Golo Kanté. There just has to be. There's no player on Earth that could do what he's doing at the level he's doing it and play 65 matches straight. It just does not happen.